What's up, everybody? It is the Draco Meteorologist. We are going to be taking a little bit of a detour from the TPL, and we're going to be talking about my main league, the N Battle Association. We have the owner, BootyFlute, with us in the call. BootyFlute or Zach, introduce yourself. Perfect. All right, awesome. And then we also have a guest speaker. So BootyFlute and I have been doing these tier lists basically every single season we've been doing this, but we wanted to add Flyround or Ian to this most recent one. Ian, introduce yourself. All right, perfect. I love it. Let's take an intro or let's take a quick transition to this board that we got here. We are doing a Nat Dex low tier. Some of the top mons are Alakazam, Gengar, Hydreigon, and Primarina. You can kind of see some of the Pokemon that were drafted and undrafted. And we're just going to do a quick tier list of every single one of the teams that were in here. I'll be completely honest, I took about 20 minutes on this, so I probably could have put a little bit more time and effort. This is just face value, kind of what I thought. I know Ian, very similar, and Zach is probably just going to be going based off of vibes. So we'll get right into it. What do we think? Yep. What do we think is the worst team here overall? I'm waiting. I'm hanging. Oh, I thought I'm I'm with you, Ian. I know you mentioned right before we started this, you were looking at everybody's teams. You're like, yeah, these are all shit. And I think at first glance, it really seems like that because we've been doing our last couple have been either, Gen 9 or Ubers. We did Ubers as well. So we had these, OU Pokemon that we've been playing with, and now we basically go down to the top tier is like some UU, RU type Pokemon. It's gonna make our teams look pretty shit overall compared to kind of what we're used to. But that's a cool thing about low tier, and I think this is the first time we've been seeing a whole bunch of these Pokemon as well. I know for my team specifically, I think more than half of my Pokemon are ones that have just never been drafted in our leagues in general. So that's something I'm excited about. It dead ass is. All right, we'll take a quick look. Who drafted who drafted Hydrapple? When? I don't. Jellicent. I don't remember Klefki either. I don't I don't think so. I don't think we've had Klefki. Crobat obviously new. The Dunsparce, Jack. Jack had a really good Dunsparce, but otherwise, I don't think so. Chandelure, again, same thing. I don't think we've ever had a Chandelure. I mean, we've had 9 seasons, right? It's possible that I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive 8 out of 10 of these Pokemon on my team, no one's drafted before. And that's what makes me excited and kind of what I was going for in this draft was I wanted Pokemon that I've never played before, which is 10 out of 10 true. I have never played any of these Pokemon before, as well as things that we haven't seen in the league a lot. So I went more towards those Nat decks, not as many that were in Gen 9. Or at least for the first few Pokemon. I wanted to build around Jellicent, Crobat specifically. You have one. I mean, that's a pretty sick Pokemon as well. But these are all these are all Gen 9 Pokemon, no? These are all in Scarlet Violet, right? Yeah, but Bisharp gets a hell of a lot better moves, right? You could be right. I know AJ drafted that Pokemon. I just don't remember. Oh, oh, okay. Why did I th Why did I think AJ did it? It's Budgeteer Mew. That's what that is. But yeah, so that's what I'm excited about the most in this draft is I feel like we have a decent amount of Pokemon we haven't seen before, or the ones that we have seen, they were kind of, those middling tier, probably not the greatest. Any other thoughts from the squad? They're pretty fast too, right? If I remember. You have I think your fastest is Obstagoon. That's fine. I think we start from the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, we start from the bottom. Uh who did you guys have as 10? I had Mike. All right, sick. Yeah, that's uh, so so Mike is the newest member of our squad, and typically what that means is he's gonna take last or close to it. I don't know who's come into the league and done well. There's been a lot of examples of people coming in and doing good afterwards. Oh, that's true. Well, that doesn't count. Season one is, like that's kind of like preseason, you know, a little bit beforehand. Yeah. Mike, I guess, is not a true rookie either. This is Woahcowboy, by the way. Let's quickly zoom in on his team overall here. So the one the one thing about this board I will say is there wasn't a lot of fairies, right? So Reggie Drago was probably a pretty good pick. I don't know about the first overall. That's true. I've got Klefki right next to it. We've got Grimmsnarl. These are two great fairy types. Gardevoir, Florges, Squeezing. Wait, okay. All right. Reggie Drago, probably a terrible first pick. If you see other if you see other Pokemon or other teams that just don't have a fairy, then I guess that makes sense. But overall, well, we'll see. I think Mike's issue is he comes from a league where they banned body press and iron defense. Not allowed to do those things. This was definitely a rage bait from me last night, but like that's just ridiculous. I know they've had a league for like 10 years and that's cool. I'm glad they're playing, they're having fun. They agree a whole bunch, but there's like let's just ban Dragon Dance at that point. Am I right, guys? Like that's more threatening than Iron Defense and Body Press. Okay. Talk about Mike's team. Let's take a look here real quick. I'm pulling it up. New box. Yeah, it's pretty bad. He has crunch. That'd be the main thing. Hammer arm is the other thing. Devin's got Bronzong too. There's no way that he's doing a lot of damage. So the other thing that I'm looking about Mike's team, and I didn't even realize this at first, the only stealth rocker on his team is Rhydon. Just yeah, his only hazard. No, no, he does not. No, and yeah, this is Nat Dex. He's got I think just overall in draft moves in general, he's got a lot of screens. That's what I gotta say. Four of his Pokemon have both screens, but yeah, mhm. He's got good removal as well, right? I would say two really strong rapid spinners. Like we can dog Regieleki. I think this Pokemon is bringable in low tier more often than not. Really? You bring like most of the time it's like Volt, Rapid Spin, Screens. Those are like your normal four moves. If the team doesn't have a good ground or motor drive Pokemon, giggle giggle. Uh, then yeah. I don't know. I think Regieleki is fine. For the points that he is in low tier, it's the fastest Pokemon. It has decent special attack, electric moves overall strong in my opinion, especially with like, rock sucking into flying types. I think I'm at least me personally biased towards water types. I don't know why. I just feel like I always need to make sure that I have multiple ways to deal with it. It's just in my brain for whatever reason. But I don't know. I think we're at least in my opinion, I think Regieleki's getting dogged a little bit too much. I think Regidrago's probably pretty bad. I just don't think he has a threat, right? I look at his team and there's not one Pokemon where I'm like scared of. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think they're definitely later picks in my opinion. I know when Austin picked Regidrago, I think that was also in low tier, right? I could be wrong, but I know he did it because there was like four teams that didn't have a fairy type or like their fairy type was dog shit. Or weak to ground. I don't remember if it actually did anything, probably not, but to me that made more sense than first picking this thing and making sure everybody was just like, "Damn, let's make sure we have one Pokemon good in the Regidrago," and that just nullifies, Mike's first pick overall. Yeah, these teams all suck, but we're also all not like morons. I think majority of us are decent at team building, and there's not going to be any glaring weaknesses compared to like at the beginning of when we were kind of doing this. So, any other thoughts on Mike's team before we move on? Because I know we just talked for 10 minutes about it. Mhm. I think there was one other one, but I think you're right. Serp does, but yeah, Serp doesn't count. You're right. He has no ghost type, I think is one thing that I recognized for for a like a brick break. He doesn't need a spin block, but for me like brick break is very common to get rid of the screens. Uh mhm. So that'd be one thing as well, where I do think this team behind screens is probably pretty strong if you get those up. So if you're going into Mike, make sure you bring your brick break and psychic fangs, people. Hmm. Oh, that's right. I forget. I forget defog gets rid of screens sometimes. What does that even do? Is it like those 90% moves turn into like 70 or something? It doesn't even matter. All right, what are we thinking for the ninth team here? Yeah, I was gonna say Ian. Let's have you at 10. All right, I had Colin at 9. Uh, ha, yeah, Fluffy Houndstown is going to stop things. I need to take a look to see what type of hazards this guy has on his team right now. I looked at Colin's team and I was just like, Hydreigon is a threat. And then again, I look at the rest of his team and I don't care about it. That's oh yeah, he's got Toadscroll also has toxic spikes, by the way. Yeah, mhm. He's got 4 defoggers and a rapid spinner. Oh, status moves. He's got a big boner for these, snow setters into Aurora Veil, right? Like, hasn't he picked a low Ninetales now twice, and now he's picked Auroras? Yeah. So
Side here. Very. It was my 10th team, and I think it was my least favorite team by a lot, just personally. Hydreigon's a crazy Pokemon, though. Like, it's Hydreigon and Guizine and Suicune. I think he has to bring all the time
Yeah, I mean,
to.
I think it makes sense to me. Yeah, I think it's gonna be hard for him to slot these 5-pointers that he's got 100 of on his team. Looks like those guys are going to be. I'm just looking at like
I'm
the
not sure if
spread in
any
everybody
of those
else's
Pokemon
team.
complete the vision.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the spread in everybody else's team. It's like you have 8 Pokemon you could bring every week. I have 8. Ryan's got 7. You know, it's just
And
like
then you
those are the
look at
numbers
Colin,
that
he
I like.
basically has 5.
Yeah, so I'm not loving that. Right, what do you think? This is your boy.
like I said, I think Hydreigon is a great start. Guizing probably worked into it well too, where you have like these 2 levitate Pokemon. But then he didn't like really lean into
Like,
that.
don't fucking click a ground move on this guy. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ. We should have picked up some more ground
but then
Pokemon.
he,
It's only
yeah,
Cobalion.
exactly. He only has Cobalion, who is weak to ground. Wait, Aurora's is rock, right? Ice rock.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess it makes a little bit of
Thank
sense.
God we're covering for Aurora's fucking offense. We gotta get that guy in.
I just don't get it. To me, it looks like screens, but then he doesn't have offensive Pokemon. Like he has Hydreigon, and then set up Pokemon, which like a lot of Pokemon get taunt, Encore, you know, phasing out. I think all of these things are pretty easy into his team. It looks like he went more with typing than just making sure you have strong Pokemon, which I think a balance of both is good. But that was kind of my opinion when I looked at it. I've used Cobalion before. I think it's a fine Pokemon. I think in low tier it's going to be good too, but the strength on that thing is non-existent. The roles it plays is good. Suicune is only a setup Pokemon. Rotom Heat, like you have like an overheat. You can click once. Maybe Zangoose can do something, but to me again, it's just the one threat of Hydreigon.
This is loose, guys. All right, let's everybody breathe for a second. Nimble
breathing.
Mongoose fans, where you at?
I think the Goose is fine. Like it's the Toxic Orb. Probably have to click Agility type of set.
No, he's an SD guy. He's an SD guy into E-Speed, or Quick Attack, rather.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess that's fair.
He's not that slow, no?
He's like 90, I'm pretty sure. 90, 95.
Yeah,
like it's 90.
To a lot of the field.
Yeah, imagine if you have a ghost type Pokemon. Do you have knockoff? You do have
beats
knockoff.
my whole team. You know what I mean? Fuck.
No. I don't know. We're talking about how he had 5 Pokemon and you were excluding Zangoose, so...
Yeah, I know, but like, I remember the Goose is loose, Ryan, okay? And I just grabbed a little Pepper MD. It's just like... I'm feeling nice right now.
So that's my main thing. I think he has one really nice threat, a whole bunch of ways to get up screens, and like some okay defensive pieces. But then what else is attacking? You know, if he's able to set up on Suicune or some of these other Pokemon,
he's got lots of hazards.
He's got a lot of hazards.
He can definitely run hazards and play a long game. Just run only heavy duty boots because you have no.
I'm not entirely sure if the team goes that long, but it's all right.
There's how much what's it called? He has Roost.
Suicune.
He only has Roost on Hydreigon, and that's it. That's the only healing move he has.
Hydreigon. That's fucking sex, actually.
Yeah. Same thing with Jugulus.
So
Jugulus also had Roost.
Yo, Hydreigon's so nuts, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking nice.
And Dragon was really good. I think that was a great first pick. I think Weezing was a good secondary. Suicune makes sense, but then the rest was just like I needed to see more threats, and he didn't take them, and that's why I have him at 9.
Yeah, right.
I wish the point allocation usage of stuff was less on getting a bunch of guys who can't do they don't do anything in particular amazing in my opinion. We didn't actually draft amazing role players. We drafted guys.
That's your bench guys. That's all it is. Just filling slots.
Yeah,
we're just gonna fill slots. Just put fucking Swaddaloon and motherfucking Glaceon there instead, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
Yeah. Who do you guys have at 8? Or who do you have at 8, Ryan?
I have myself.
I also have you at 8. Wow, that's crazy.
I
was expecting to have to. I was expecting
way better than 8.
It probably is. I'll talk about my team and why I have it at 8 here real quick.
Wow.
I'm gonna go ahead and yam fucking. Hold on, let me search me.
Well, let Ryan talk about his team and
go ahead. You're right.
So I've been these first 2 teams. I was talking about lacking threats. That's what my team does. I have Terrakion. There you go. Hydrapple, I think, is probably pretty strong too.
Hydrapple's got hella offense, bro.
Yeah, I think it's very different than what I'm used to. I went into this draft wanting to pick Pokemon I've either never played before or really wanted to play for a long time, and I did that, which I'm happy about. So like at the end of it, I'm good about this draft. But we got towards the end, and I was just like, my team just seems like it sucks. I don't know. I have I have good hazards. I think the two ghost types are a
You have
little
prankster
weird.
spikes, right?
Yep, I have prankster spikes. I've got great stealth rocks into Dunsparce and Terrakion are going to be the main two. I think I have a really good defensive core, and Hydrapple and Jellicent work well together. And while I do have double ghost in Jellicent and Chandelure, you don't want to really be clicking dark types into me or the other ghost types. I have a really good normal type into Dunsparce because I have Terrakion.
True.
So I think it makes sense, but at the end of it, I looked at it and I was like, my speed tiers are kind of ass.
I
I'm
like the
not
team.
used to playing this type of team. I love Crobat, first level 100 Pokemon I've ever had, so I needed to draft it. But like this Pokemon doesn't look great in draft and probably overpriced in 13, but I just really wanted to play it. Was the main reason that I picked it. So I don't have any Rapid Spinner. Defog is fine, but if my team has decent hazards, it kind of sucks to only have a defog to get rid of my own hazards. A little counterintuitive there. So I think that's just like overall kind of my thoughts. I don't have a ground type. I have Electivire who can absorb those electric. In my opinion, underpriced at 7. I think this Pokemon does pretty well for a 7-point Pokemon. Good
But
stats,
it's
good
so
speed
bad.
tier, good physical attack. For 7 points, you look at these other 7 pointers, they're absolute shit.
I'm an Electivire Glazer, quite honestly, and I think Electivire is so pissed.
We're in low
Okay,
tier. We're in
okay,
low
compared to
tier.
7 pointers, yeah. I mean, compared
Yeah.
to 7 pointers, he's actually doing okay here.
So that's what I'm
I
saying.
hadn't looked at that yet, but now this guy's actually a bum.
Yeah, we're in low
I
tier.
mean, how much
Any
damage did he take from Specs Glacier or Glaciate Hyper Beam? You know what I mean?
I die. I die.
It's
If
like,
I
what
go
the
into
fuck,
if I
man?
go into Regieleki and he's bringing modest specs and I have no bulk and he clicks hyper beam, I'm dead. Unfortunately.
And he has refrigerate, which is
Right,
an
right,
ability
thank
that
you.
increases hyper beam damage.
Yep.
I thought that was a joke, and I said, I wonder why they didn't do minus special defense nature on, on
So
Electivire for the bigger number.
in my opinion, I have the best 2-pointer as well. Glaceon has good stats. This thing has freeze dry.
Yeah,
This is the
man,
best
you're
two
just gonna.
pointer.
Yeah, in my
Yeah.
opinion, I think this is the best 2-pointer. I looked at it afterwards and I was gonna pick it, and then I saw it had freeze dry, and I was like, wait, this thing actually could be useful. So I don't know. My team doesn't seem like it's full of threats, and that's kind of why I ranked the 10 and 9 team as where it was I didn't look at it and I was like, I'm scared. That doesn't mean that I can't do good on it. I think I have a lot of status spam. Did Unsparse with Glare. I have Will-O-Wisps. I have a lot of T-Waves. Terrakion is a menace. As Ian said, this guy might just be server admin. Who knows? And I think I have a good amount of chip with my hazards. Klefki is a really good
Yeah.
screener. Chandelure is a great scarfer. Not a lot of normal types. Not a lot of good dark types in the format where I could probably click choice scarf shadow ball into a lot of these teams and be okay. I don't actually look at that because I could be completely wrong, but I don't know. I went with something different where a lot of the times we were talking about how we wish we either had higher points or less Pokemon total, and I went probably too neutral where a lot of these were equal to each other. I have what 5 13 pointers, right? One, two, three, four. Only 4 of them. Sorry, my bad. So I don't know. My team's fine. I think I'll be okay. I'd be very surprised if I don't make playoffs. I think I'm still a good Pokemon player,
Pop.
but we'll see. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Ian, you had me at 8. I know Zach, you've been hyping my team up because you are the god of, having these bulky Pokemon and doing well. So
And see bangs, except for most of it.
Yeah, I mean, I personally just don't believe you drafted valuable Pokemon. Like we're paying big bucks for Crobat, we're paying big bucks for Crobat. We're like what's Hydrapple really do? Like you got to bring it back in and out. There's like no ice moves. There's like very few ice OHKOs of Hydrapple in the league, to be clear. Uh, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure who's super threatening on the team that isn't named Terrakion or like Scarf Chandelure. Like I don't know what you're pressing through teams with. I
I'm putting
don't
Ryan
know
at
how you're
6.
playing defense at the same team. At the same time, I'm not sold. I think you got some cool mons. I think like Skuntank's a good value for sure.
Takes nice.
I
I'm
think
glad with my
Electivire is
value
decent
at
too.
the end of the draft. Yeah, I think Skuntank, Electivire, Glaceon probably underpriced, but are these mons good? No. You know. So, I don't know.
Yeah. The
I'd bet that
Dunsparce to
Skunk Tank
me is not really a
is
build-around Pokemon.
substantially better than Crobat. Is what I would bet. I think
I
Skunk Tank.
I mean,
It's gonna be
Ian,
from a
we were,
poison type.
I remember making this board and I was
substantially
trying to
better.
put Crobat so much lower, and you're just like, no, this guy's so fast, he's so good, and I'm like, this guy's ass. He's just Talonflame with a poison typing instead of
This
fire.
guy's got Noivern issues to me. I fucking think Noivern blows ass. This guy's the same guy.
Yeah,
100%.
I just love Crobat as the Pokemon. You got the nostalgic value here, right? That is the whole reason I drafted it. I think it'll be fine, right? A fast taunt U-turn. You have, what's the 50% take half of the Pokemon's health.
Yeah, this guy's got Super Fang. He's got Super
Yeah,
Fang. Super Fang bangs ass.
Super Fang's good. Like I don't think this
This guy's a
Pokemon
utility
is
Pokemon,
terrible.
and the guy that didn't draft a good Steel type, you could bring him offensively. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean he's
That's
got
the 1 week.
he's got nasty Plat Heat Wave.
Right.
Okay.
Ah! Oh, I just
Zach,
drank
you
the
put
wrong
Austin
drink.
at 8.
Yeah,
I
what's
put
up?
Austin at 7.
Okay.
Where did I have Austin?
Hold on. Let me chime in onto Rise team here real quick. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you got more? You got more? I didn't realize you had more.
Yeah, I did get my segment here. Yeah, Rise team. Here's what's up. I think Klefki's a big dork Pokemon, but it's pretty decent. It's just gonna put up some shit. Who's Ryan putting up behind that thing? Plot Hydrapple, Tarak. I mean, Tarak gets one off. He's fucking sending people. Shandy also. Dunny can even coil on him off. Yeah, Ryan's got a team. I like that he's got no turning moves. That's something I really appreciate about what he's got going on here. And
Yeah,
we're
just
gonna
got,
put
Eevee,
hazards up.
Bolt, and
Crobat U-turn.
What
Yep.
you got for removal, right? Just defog? Okay, so
I
boot
have-
spamming.
I have
legal.
two.
Nothing wrong with that.
I think I have 3 defogs actually. Klefki, Crobat,
Yeah.
and I thought somebody else.
Yeah, I
did.
mean, you're living my life. You're running boots every week. No worries about that.
Wait, what's wrong?
Um,
Why is defog worse?
Well, just because Ryan is
Skunk
talking
tank.
up his hazard game.
Running your own hazards?
Yeah. That was one
right.
of my negatives of the team was I had good hazards, but then
Yeah.
no rapid
Yeah,
spinner.
so you just gotta run a lot of boots. No big deal. Yeah, then you got 2 tit scarfers and Chandler Terrakion. I don't know. I think Ryan's team bangs ass. That's what's up.
Yeah, put
Stin
me higher
Dop's
than
next,
6,
though.
Zach. Come on.
6 is plenty high for you, Chief. I thought
You-
about going to 5 just to put Jack at 6, but alas, here I am.
I had Austin quite
Alright,
a
so
bit
you got,
higher, so we can
beast.
talk
I have
about
Austin at
Austin.
7.
Okay,
All right.
let's take a look at Austin's draft here.
Admittedly, this is a little bit of a prognosis onto Austin's season. He never
Oh,
makes
that's
the playoffs.
illegal.
How could I put him in playoff position?
You
No,
want
no,
to
this
Eagle.
is
We're
slander.
going
It's just
based
slander.
off of draft
I
position.
also looked at just the team. I did look at just the team and put it here, but it's also Austin isn't making the playoffs, so
All right,
put
respect.
him in?
Okay,
Why
Alakazam
put
is
him
not
up
worth
there?
18 points, no doubt about that. Yeah, I mean, fuck, bro. I don't know.
I like
it's
Aloe, Bike, Tinkaton, Claude. I actually think those 4 are a nice defensive core together, and they could pivot around and give you some stuff. And I think the feed Pokemon in like Low Kicks, Zam, Tauros, they're like also fine.
Maybe Austin's rocks actually.
I like Austin's team. I had him at
Okay,
5.
Respect.
I had
respect.
Austin's team at 5. Where's I'm trying to
They're all
find.
so close here. It's impossible.
Yeah,
to
no,
put
Yeah.
one.
there is actually a big cluster here where I think are really close.
I
Austin's feels like a bottom
agree.
3 to me.
With his defensive core being really strong, I do think Mola, Cyclizar, Tinkaton, Clodsire are really 4 good Pokemon, and I was just like, how is he gonna back it up? And while Alakazam might not be the greatest in terms of like, he gets revenge killed with like Pursuit and that blows, I mean this
I think he
Pokemon's
does.
this Pokemon's still
No,
good in low
Zam-
tier.
I'm pretty decent.
Yeah,
I think Austin, this is my advice to Austin because he's listening right now. You should just run Focus Sash every single week.
Yeah,
Don't even
Sash
think
every
about
week,
running
yeah.
Life Orb. Don't even think about running Life Orb. Just run Sash every single week.
Get
so they
two.
have, yeah. So you always get 2 lives. It's all it is. You just need 2 lives. You're gonna pivot in off of Cyclozar or more so Aloe, but because Aloe can get that guy in 800 times a game probably, and you click a move, and they have to switch into their pursuit guy to get you. So we just got a raw dog, a D Gleam, or a Focus Plaster once in a while. That guy might even have Aura Sphere. Don't know. Don't really give a fuck. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, you do that a couple times, you get that shit right. I think you're off to the races, right? I mean,
The
Ryan's
other
right.
the other the other
Obviously
thing
rocks.
that I think about too is like,
Love
yeah,
you, Stin.
pursuit does exist, but there's not a lot of Pokemon that are like strong pursuiters, right? I was like, there was a point in the draft where I was like, I want to make sure I get a dark type that has stab pursuit, and I'm like, there's really not
You
a
did
lot. There's like Bisharp, there's fucking Absol is one of them that I'm looking right now. Drapion, who's undrafted, Honchkrow, Krook. I mean, yeah, you got a nice Crocodile.
Crocodiles is quite good.
Is amazing.
Get me
but
a Crocodile.
yeah, Umbreon, right? Like, there's not a lot of stab pursuits. So like, if you just stay in as well, and you do have a Focus Ash, and like, Crobat is an example that I'll give. Crobat has pursuit. Is it really worth for me to run pursuit into the Alakazam when I have base
Yeah, I think
90
so.
attack? Probably, but is it like one-shotting?
I mean, you have like 85 special attacks, so let's get real, right? Crobat. It's just a Crobat problem.
Well,
but,
pursuit's a physical attacking move.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah. Well, you have more. You have 20 more attack than special attack. You know? So it's like
I don't know.
you're a physical attacking Pokemon at the end of the day, primarily.
I'm gonna show a calc here real quick. Let's just do like Crobat with pursuit, who has 0 investment, right, into Alakazam, who is just gonna be a blank set. Pursuit is doing 39 to 47. If we turn that up to 80,
Right.
all right, that's close.
Kill him.
I did not realize Alakazam had base 55-45.
Yeah,
That's on me. That's on me.
He dies to everything.
Yep, that's on me.
Then
never mind.
But yeah, I mean, you don't got pursuit. This guy probably runs your fucking game. I don't think I drafted anybody with pursuit, so I'm probably banged in the ass.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think Tauros Blaze is a good strong attacker too, and I think Low Kick's also relatively strong Pokemon in low tier.
I think Low Kick's gonna be fighting for space here. I think every time I'm bringing in Low Kicks, I'm thinking, man, maybe I should just bring in Alakazam instead.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it replaces one of the defensive Pokemon, right? I feel like you're always bringing Zam and then Tauros, and then 3 of your defensive Pokemon, and then either like Drifblim or Low Kicks. I think Drifblim at 6 points, maybe it can do something. I don't know. I just feel like this Pokemon's not the greatest, and you have no way to really get a nice Unburden on Drifblim. So I'm unsure how that's going to proc and how that's going to work. But I think he has a good 7 Pokemon, and you'll be fine.
I'm gonna give you guys. Okay, first off, also Spinda's a goat. I mean, you gotta respect Spinda. Can't wait to see that boy thrashing around in this shit. Okay, but here's for real though. Over under Stantler getting brought 2.5.
Over.
I mean,
Austin,
we gotta go under.
Austin.
No, it's
Austin
always
loves-
it's Austin. It's literally
loves
Austin.
Bringing these terrible deer Pokemon way too much.
He
does it every. You know how many times he brought Weirdeer? Fucking, I don't know, like 4. Probably,
I think
man.
there was a time where he brought Weirdeer more than Iron Hands on his team, and then I'm pretty sure he brought like with this Pincurchin, right? I think he brought Pincurchin more than like another one of his like OU Pokemon too. It's Austin likes bringing these low tier Pokemon. He drafts them for a reason, and they're fun to him, and that's fine. I think that if he's having a good time, that's great.
I just got a fun question. That's all.
Yeah, I think that's great. He's having a good time, but in terms of like if you want to win, you pick your first 8 Pokemon exclusively, in my mind, and realistically, there's like 7 to choose from. I think Drifloom's kind of fake unless you have no dark or normal type on your team. Ian, you didn't talk a lot about Austin's team. I'd love to hear your opinion.
Oh, he totally did.
Yeah, I
think you're
mean,
incorrect.
I started with the I like the defensive core. He only has like 3 real progress makers. I mean, we are using Driftblim to spin block. We aren't really punishing fogs. I don't know if Zam, low kicks, and Blaze can carry enough offensive weight. You know, they're not and like it's hard for me to rank this and not think a little bit about the pilot too. But like, man, I'm
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
his
I don't know.
his
super
only
in
hat.
love. I'm
I
not
was
super in
thinking
love
like
with
how good
the
his hazards
combination of
were,
Pokemon.
and it's really just Claude and Tinkaton. Those are the only 2 Pokemon that have hazards
I
on
mean,
his team.
you really need more than 2. It's 2 like
True,
every week Pokemon,
true,
though.
but that's not like
Mhm.
like you get them up automatically. You know, like these are Claude is pretty slow. Tinkaton you
Cloud's a little
probably
more susceptible. Tink is a pretty
Tink is
excellent. I
probably
think that's
pretty
a
free.
pretty premier stealth rocker, I would
Yeah.
say.
I don't know. I think him being I think I had him at 5. I'm pretty sure is what I had him. I
Yeah,
think to
you
me
got him nice.
that's fair in my opinion. I don't know. I think he does have that good defensive core, 3 strong attackers, and then 3 probably Pokemon you're not bringing very often. But for Austin, at least one of them is being brought every single week. So it's just a heads up to everybody else in the league. Most likely Mike, who's never played against this guy before, who's like gonna be prepping for these
Pop.
7, and he's like gonna bring like Stantler, Spinda, Drifloom,
Yeah, bring
fucking
Stantler and Spindo, and we have another normal type. It's just ridiculous. We have
Yeah.
Bike, man. We got the
Huh?
Bike.
yeah.
This guy's here type for a
It's
reason,
Austin
you know?
though. It's Austin. So let's
All right,
let's go to the next
up here. That was
Pokemon.
Yeah,
already
who'd you have
Ian's
as-
next pick.
Huh?
Yeah, Ryan, who'd you have?
I had Jack at 7.
You
Jack at
little
7.
Jackie boy?
I had Jackie Boy.
I had him up at 5. So I mean, like we just talked about a 7 and 5 split on Austin. So like, where'd you have Jack, Zach?
I've got him. It's either 4 or 6, I think. Wait, no, 4 or 5. Misspoke.
Who's your
I-
7? Just out of curiosity.
Who's my 7? I don't know. I'm mulling over right now. Maybe I'm hating. Dude, maybe I don't know. Fuck. All right. What I was gonna say though was Keegan. I was gonna say Keegan's team.
Where did I have
Keegan,
Keegan?
that's
I had
Keegan's
I had Keegan at
good.
6. I had Keegan at 6.
I'm
I
writing
had
it
Keegan at
down.
6. So
Yeah.
let's talk about Keegan before
Yep.
we talk about Jack. Then.
I'm good with that. I don't even know why I had Jack at
Wow.
7, but that's where I'm seeing on my board
Jesus
right
Christ.
Oh
Alright,
yeah, we'll talk
nice.
about Jack afterwards. Fine.
Yeah.
now. Keegan's
Little Jackie
Keegan's
boy.
team. Why did I not like him? You guys can start because I don't know yet.
Okay. Keegan's team he's got a bunch of dorks on his team. I don't know. He first picked Skarmory. That's weak. Into Gudra, also weak. It's odd. I don't know. All the teams that we've not liked have started with some whack Pokemon. I don't know. That's actually not true. Fucking
Think
Hydreigon's nice. but
Infernape has performed
Yeah,
very poorly
Infernape,
historically.
Gengar, those guys are both, I think, probably bait. I don't know. That's what it seems like.
Gengar is definitely he's a little prone to being pursued. That's for sure.
It's Alakazam, but with good stabs.
He's got Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, he's got some stuff. He's got some more stuff.
Yo, Dujin got
Um,
TP or no? On God. Dujin nice.
Erosion?
Erosion?
I don't even have him.
Swadloon's
as-
got
I have-
sticky
no,
web.
I have
like,
him
I
as
don't
8
know these
Pokemon.
bottom
He's got
tiers.
He's got no
do they matter?
teleport on Dujin, man. Unlucky. The big douche. The guy's got 125 special attack, by the way. It's higher than any attack stat of my entire team. No, Conk might have him, barely. But
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he
Rotom
does, he
Fan, I
does.
think this Pokemon's pretty terrible. Very unique typing. Obviously doesn't have an ability.
right.
This typing's. I don't think the league hits electric flying very well. But it's not like this thing's like a bulk monster
Right,
or a longevity
Ice is
monster.
Isn't it just
kinda-
rock? Rock,
kinda
ice are the
scarce,
only
just
2.
in general, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, ice is scarce.
lot of people
high tier
get-
ices are high tier Pokemon.
the water types get ice beam. Almost every water
Right.
type gets ice beam.
Right.
Ice
so
Spinner
you're gonna get
is-
devolted then.
Ice Spinner is like fine-ish. I feel like there's a decent amount of Pokemon that get Ice Spinner.
Who's clicking ice? On
Yeah,
God,
like nobody. I think
where's the first
Diggersby.
ice type?
Keegan's super excited about Diggersby, but
Okay, I love that for him. But that guy seems like a fake Pokemon, so whatever.
well, he's dangerous. I just think like outspeeding him.
What's he up to here? He's doing
It's base
like the quick attack or
78.
some shit.
I now remember why I had Keegan a little bit lower. I didn't like his speed tiers very much. I struggled with this the first time I had a low tier team where I had like a couple of fast Pokemon and then I had a huge gap to like 80 and then my 80 tier Pokemon were like I'm running bulk, right? So that's what I kind of see
Cloyster.
on his team as well. That's a 70.
Cloyster
70
in
type speed.
12 is the first ice type Pokemon.
Yeah, and it's on Keegan's team. Funny
It's on
enough.
Keegan's team.
So that was one thing where I felt like against in the prep room, it was really easy to either run bulk or just like make sure you outsped and were able to go like either adamant or modest and some of your like base 90 type Pokemon. And that was kind of like the one glaring weakness that I didn't really appreciate about Keegan's team. But then also Gengar and Fernape being his two offensive Pokemon, I think both of them are strong. Number one, love Gengar, favorite Pokemon.
They're just on Fraud Watch, though. That's all.
And
They could pop, but they're
Fernape
just on
just
Fraud Watch.
fucked me in OU with Chien Pao. just watch that video,
Well,
by the way. Don't watch that video. That's
No,
me with
when
the
you don't
Simpsons
know about
monkey
Jack
brain.
and Leaf, it
I
really
do.
gets ya.
I do know about it, just not in the game. I just don't know about it in the game. So I think that was the main thing about Keegan's team. I think Grimmsnarl is a good Pokemon in low tier, getting free screens. Like I think his team is good. I think it's fine. It was just the speed tiers got me, and his offensive threats didn't seem as threatening as the people that I ranked above him. Was the main thing.
Nice.
Yeah,
Ian,
I don't
go.
like his lack of moment. He doesn't have a whole lot of turning moves. We have like Parting Shot, Grimmsnarl. We got like a Yui and a Volt here and there. Like U-turn, Diggersby, U-turn, Infernape. Volt Switch, Rotom Fan. Other than that, I mean, Skarmory's an elite hazard setter. But like, I mean, just bring Defog into Keegan. He's putting up screens. He's putting up hazards, man. Just bring Defog. He doesn't really have a Defog punish.
Is there a lot of defog
And his
punishers
offensive
in
Pokemon,
low tier?
Gengar and Fernape, I feel like those guys have been on Fraud Watch for a long time. Exactly like Zach's saying.
I feel like they just don't like pack up like a punch, you know? I just feel like for how hard they're getting hit, I'd like
They
them
don't
to...
trade well, that's for sure. They
Yeah.
need a
I'd
lot
like-
of space, and Keegan's team doesn't make space for them.
I think both Gengar and Fernape do not one-shot Pokemon unless you're hitting super effectively. So you need to make sure you have a lot of
Right.
chip. That's the good thing about Skarmory, but you're right. Where like Defog is
Skarmory's chip well.
relatively free into his team. The screens are nice, right? Like we're talking about how like they might need a couple of hits. Having a screen behind you is good.
Yeah, that's true.
Same thing with like the Diggersby. Again, I don't think Keegan's team is bad.
Cloyster could be a hyper threat.
Yeah,
Also. You gotta watch out for that little
I've
fucking
seen
guy.
Cloyster fucking sweep. This is also Terra Cloyster, so it's a little bit different. But that Pokemon can just click Shell Smash and win the game, and I feel like that's even more so in low tier. You got to be afraid of Mirror Herb. Everybody's bringing a Mirror Herb in front of your face each week, at least in my opinion. I think that's a pretty likely bring. What do you mean who?
Not doing that.
Nobody's ever bringing a mirror. I'm the only guy bringing mirror, right?
Bring water type.
That's on God.
Water type Mirror Herb. You're fine.
All right. For Marina, mirror.
Coverage move to hit an ice type.
Tough beats, brother.
Easy. Any special attacker, also easy. Like Cloyster's base 70 speed. Yeah, Prim, great. I think that's a great Pokemon.
He's going nuts. Just telling Kiki to watch out. That's all.
You make sure Cloyster doesn't set up on you, and I think you're probably okay overall. So, that's my thoughts on Kiki's team.
Nice. Yeah.
Next is Jack. Are we on to Jack? Glad you have
We
5, so
have-
he's a reasonable person to put there.
Yeah. Ryan's got Jack hella low. Right. Okay. You had Jack lower than all of us. What the hell is wrong with this guy's team?
That's a great question that I've got to figure out in like 30 seconds here, real quick.
All right.
There
all
was
right,
there
I'll
was
start
something.
then.
Oh, I remember actually. I put him into my move calc, and he was weak to a lot of
He's
moves.
got only rapid spin.
And that was
Oh.
legitimately the reason why.
He's got
He
no
was like
defog? I just told-
he was weak to like 5 different moves.
He
And
was
I just
missing a lot of resists or what?
yeah, that was it.
He's-
That was
Yeah, he's got 1 ghost resist. It's Umbreon, and he has like 3 ghost weaknesses.
where the fuck is his
He's
team?
got
I'm trying to look.
Grass?
For him.
one
Is grass
ground
a type?
immunity, but he's got 3 ground weaknesses. I mean,
He's got what's grass resist?
there's a
We've
lot of
got-
splashable stuff.
Yeah,
in Jack's team,
fire,
like, it's
flying,
splashable.
ghost, grass, ground, ice. 6 of those moves all hit his team very well. He has 1 ice resistant Hisuian Typhlosion, which is fake. Ice obviously doesn't matter too much. Ground, your only immunity is Gyarados. Otherwise, it hits super effective into 3 of his Pokemon, and neutral into everything else. Same thing with the grass. You know, you pick Quagsire here at the end. You don't have good resistances. Like, I guess Glowbro.
He's got the G, bro.
Yeah, I guess you have Glowbro, but like I
It's not a
think as
big-
top tier Pokemon, you're not going to be bringing the 2 of those 2 together very
Ghost,
often.
yeah.
I think that was legitimately it. I was just like, oh, his defensive typing make him weak to pretty common types to either have coverage or stab on was kind of my thought process. That was legitimately the only reason why, because I had 20 minutes.
Sure.
Maybe the
Well,
rest of his
that's
team
fair.
is great.
Even if you got him a lot higher, Jack's got like the
Five's not
fastest
that
team,
high.
Yeah.
right?
I love Gardevoir. That's my favorite pick of the draft. I think Gardevoir is a fucking sick Pokemon. It's can do anything. Being a strong fairy type with Moonblast, like a premier Scarfer, but then also being strong in special defense, having teleport, and T-Wave, I don't
Go
know.
ahead.
I think it's a good Pokemon.
Anyhow.
So. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jack's got one of the better offensive teams. He just kind of really puts his nuts out there and does it. He's got a lot of offensive Pokemon that I enjoy. Like Minchai, like Gardevoir, like Gyarados, and Hisuian Typhlosion can bang. Getting him in, definitely going to be tough. It's going to be Umbreon on fucking OT here. But if you just build
Down
like
fans is
hyper,
only hazard removal, just that
Right,
rapid
yeah.
spin.
okay, that is tough. Obviously, if you're super offensive, you're not worried so much about switching. So if he really leans into that, it's not as big of a weakness. But he's got Gyarados plus Volt Absorb, guys. So have we ever respected that enough yet, or no? We've got the Gyara.
Yeah, he has
Gyara, Yan.
2 electric
I don't know.
immunities, which is nice. So, I just feel like we've never seen
it's no motor
Gyarados
drive
do
on
anything. You know?
Electivire. Well, nobody ever drafts Gyarados.
Exactly.
So. Pop. I don't know. I think Gyarados is kind of a fucking dangerous guy. He's got all the moves again. We got Power Whip. We got motherfucking Bounce. That one doesn't matter. But I don't know,
DD,
he's got lots of good
Waterfall.
shit. Yeah, well, he's always had that shit. But dude, how the fuck you spell Gyarados? Jesus
He's got,
Christ.
like,
Gee.
I mean, he's
Why?
got stuff. But Gyarados can be like a bulky guy, or he could be a more offensive spread. But he's always kind of just
We
like a
gets
DD
Kane back.
threat.
We gets Kane back, bro. It's the big Kane.
Kane back?
Hurricane.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Kane.
I like Jack's team, like offensively, like Zach's saying. I think that's a very good point.
Yeah, he's just to lean into the
offensive
offense.
Pokemon are good.
And Jack
He
does a
definitely
good job
has
at that
that.
too, in my opinion. I think that's why
Yeah.
Jack's been great in the regular season, and he clicks moves correctly a lot of the times with these fast, strong offensive Pokemon. So I think he'll be
Good
totally good. I just like defensively was the one thing about his team where that was legitimately the only reason I looked at the type chart and I said, wow, this guy's weak to too many things and doesn't have strong defensive pivots, or at least with longevity, other than Umbreon, was like kind of
Right.
the only Pokemon where I was just like, yeah, this thing can stick around a little bit longer. So
Yeah, that makes sense. 4. I haven't thought about this yet. Who's left? It's me, Ian, AJ, Dev. Okay.
I have Zach at 4. Zach's the next guy I'm talking
I
about.
mean, we gotta put me at 1, but okay.
I have Devin.
Let's get real.
Okay, seems like we got a mixed bag here.
I've been waiting to put Devin in, and this will be the time.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay,
we'll talk about
Devin next.
We'll talk about Devin's team.
I've been
I had Devin
considering
at 2,
Devin
though. I had
since
Devin at
pick
2.
like 8.
Wow, I have Devin at 2.
Zach, you should talk about his team then, because I don't know. I think my thought was I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, there's that's why I keep not putting him down, because there actually is nothing wrong. Devin's just a totally reasonable team. He sent my Entei, so that's pretty fucking veg. I don't know. Darkspun, he's got a bad fairy type. He's gonna have a tough Regidrago matchup. Actually, no, never mind. He's got the Bronzong with the Flotate. He's actually banging. Regidrago's still bad, actually. Yeah, I mean, he's got the double legendary beasts going on. That's pretty cool. I like that. There's low amount of elephants in the league, so Sinistra's rough. What's his hazard removal look like? We got Defog probably on a couple on
Defog
Buzz.
on Mandibuzz. I thought Bronzong might get it. Let me take a look real quick.
I'm gonna guess he doesn't.
No, only Mandibuzz unless you include the fucking bug of Volbeat.
Yeah, not worried about Volbeat.
His hazards of Gastrodon and Bronzong. That's it. Which are Gastrodon can set up hazards relatively well.
I think Bronzong's quite terrible as a Pokemon at large.
I don't know how this thing was rated at 12.
I'm really low on Bronzong, especially at 12 points. I think Bronzong is egregiously poor. So that's a lot with what's up. I like Entei, I like Raikou, I like Sinistra, I like Mandibuzz. Even Tauros Aqua is just a preference thing, because I think those Pokemon are kind of dorky, but he's probably pretty good too. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure Devin will bring those 5 Pokemon every week, and this team is plenty good. So that's chill. I don't know. Everybody's team looks the same. I don't have any reasons. I like my team because it's Pokemon I like. That's about it. That's why it's over.
I put Devin a little bit higher because I thought that he had some Pokemon with some pretty strong stats and speed in Raikou, Entei, and Paldean Taurus. Those were the 3 that I thought were really strong. Mandibuzz was also great. I think those 4 were just kind of like, these are really good low-tier draft Pokemon, and he has them all. To me, it didn't feel like you needed to make sure that his team was balanced. I think it has a similar feel of his last season where he went like 1-8 or something like that, where I looked at his team and I was like, there's nothing wrong with this. This is fine. No, 2 seasons ago, Zach. 2 seasons ago. I know he was like busy, and that was like probably part of the reason why he didn't do too great either, but his team was on paper fine, but then you bring it into a game and it just seemed underwhelming. So I hope that's not the same thing. I love Devin.
I think Raikou, Entei, Taurus punched quite a bit above the belt in low tier for sure. So I think those guys are going to be strong, and she should be all right.
Oh. Ian, what are your thoughts?
I like the
you got him at 2, don't you?
Yeah, I have him at 2, so I mean, I guess I have glowing things to say, but honestly, when I was putting Devin's team at 2, that's when I said I think everyone's team's terrible, is actually what happened. Because, like you guys said, there's nothing inherently wrong with this team. I think he has the most reasonable balanced structure you can have while still, while having Bronzong and Gastrodon.
Maybe another hazard removal, and then Bronzong doesn't have teleport, does he, by chance? I would like his team a lot more if Bronzong had teleport.
He does not.
Bronzong does not have teleport.
His turners are basically Raikou and Mandibuzz are the 2 main ones.
Who are pretty elite at their jobs.
Yeah, great at turners. Looking at his moves as well, you have Mandibuzz having knockoff. That's his only knockoff user. Status moves, you have Thunder Wave on Raikou, Will-O-Wisp on Entei, a couple of Yawns. Got 2 extreme speeds, which is really nice, and a Stab Aqua Jet, but I think his speeds. Yeah.
Raiku's going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I have it at 2, but it's not like I have. It's not like I want to say this team's much better than like Jack's or Keegan's, the teams we just talked about, or even Austin's. It kind of reminds me of Austin's team, honestly. If I were to, we have like 3 offensive Pokemon, and then we
It's
have
like
kind of like
Austin's
a bunch
team,
of.
but I think it's flip-flopped, right? It's more on the offensive side, for like our reliable guys, and then his defense is like
I was going with pure numerical
guys.
amounts of offensive versus defensive Pokemon, and I think there's a very strict line between offensive and defensive Pokemon drawn in both teams.
Mhm.
So, and you have like Sinistra's kind of the flex threat for
I
Devin, where
I
he's
think
like,
Raikou can be defensive. No,
no,
I mean, he
no.
could put an assault vest on and take a surprising amount of special hits.
isn't this guy like
He-
a Calm Mind abuser
I
in low
mean,
tier? No.
he's
No,
no, he's like
no.
bulky offense at best is the absolute best way
Okay.
you can put
All right.
Raikou, but like he's clicking offensive moves. That's why Raikou's in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a simple structure. It's a lot like Austin's. This team and Austin's team to me are like they're giving the same vibe. Austin just has like offensive Pokemon I don't like as much, like what Zach was saying, but a more sturdy defense. And well, Devin's got like I think a great offensive trio, and then like maybe purchase some overpriced defensive Pokemon like Bronzong, Gastrodon. I think those guys are a little bit more niche than maybe
I
the
like
pricings
Gastrodon.
ended up being.
I like Gastrodon a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah, Gastrodon's not bad.
You
I
have
think Gastrodon's
you have
pretty good.
recover,
He's got lots of
spikes,
good grass
rocks.
resists.
Yeah,
We'll say that.
he does have a lot of grass resists. 1, 2, 3. Like every single one of his Pokemon, I feel like
Mhm.
that are
Yeah, he's
good.
got lots of good grass
except the
resists.
2 water types. Yeah,
Well,
it'll be
yes.
fine.
Don't think about those.
Sweet.
Okay, Ian said me. I mean, where am I putting myself? That's the real question.
I put you at
My-
3,
my
Zach.
My sick.
So, yeah,
You
well,
can
never
just
be-
like copy my list.
I'm
That's
going
totally
above
fine.
AJ just because he's a fucking punk. That's all. That's for me. Suck it, AJ. Ian can sit up top. I really don't give a shit. But AJ ain't that.
Wow, everyone likes my draft the most. Why?
That's happens
No,
every
that's
single
crazy.
time, Ian, and you haven't won since season 3. So get a grip.
Pop, Ryan. Pop. All right, my team. I'll tell you about it here. Okay.
All right.
It's got only cool Pokemon on it. That's what's up with it.
Nice.
It's a lot of guys that are cool. That's why I picked them. I was really hoping to get Dialga Jr. into Ho-Oh Jr. here with Moltres, but didn't let that happen. I thought that was going to be kind of tight. But I drafted this big fucking clown nose guy with his concrete beams instead. I've been wanting this guy for the last several drafts. That's pretty chill. I'm actually double clown nosed up. I'm seeing there are 2 clown noses. We've got Prim and Conk. You gotta love that.
Whole damn circus over here, huh?
Yeah, it's a whole
Mudsdale
damn
starting to
circus.
look like a circus too. No,
Right. I don't know about that, but Roserade.
he's got a weird nose. Am I stupid?
Sure, maybe. I don't know. I
He's
think
just a horse, man.
He's a horse.
You
He's a
can't-
horse, Ryan.
Did you just ask him why the
Um,
long face? That's
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
He's-
what the
he's-
Roserade I wanted in 1 through 4 draft. That was the draft where I crashed out. As your dev clicked Future Sight on me and I forgot about it, and then I forfeited the season.
Oh, that's true.
But anywho, though, he sniped my Roserade though, and here it is now. It's kind of fucking nicey, actually. I think this Pokemon is an excellent pick at 10 points. This thing could have been way up in my opinion. Mudsdale's cool. It's another Pokemon that I have a big boner for. I had like Mudsdale Jr. in Little Cup with little ATF there. What's his face? Couldn't even tell. He's on Ian's team right now. Mudbray. This guy's beast. Uxie. It's all a Pokemon that I wish I would have had in the past. That's what is basically gone. Except for stupid Gudra and Prim. Those guys are just like, high point defensive Pokemon, which is what I always draft. So nothing new there. Uxie.
Why are we hating Gudra and
swindled.
Prim? Those are like, yeah. I mean, I guess your first pick Gudra and you took it. Like it, you understand that it's just fucking nuts.
I'm not hating on them. I just think that they're not exciting. That's about it.
That's
Uxie
fair.
swindled from me, from Ian. Took stupid rock guy instead. No salt cures in the whole draft, guys. You got to respect that. Everybody clap, round of applause. Nobody drafted any salt cure Pokemon. Good job, everybody. Obstagoon. I got my my shiny one. I'll be using this guy as a shiny. That's how I use my shinies. Only ones that I have on cartridge games. So he's legal. Gallistopod. He's cool. I don't know. My team looks like it always does. It's a bunch of fucking idiots. Except that my one issue with it. My one issue with it is I don't have a great Scarfer this time. I need where's my 95 speed guy that can Rocket Choice Scarf and get every kill for me my entire season. Missing that. Other than that, though, it looks great. Looks identical to every other draft I've ever done. So, I don't know. That's
I'm looking at your team here again, and I had you at 3 because I bet if you were any other team, like if this was like Mike piloting this team, I would have probably put you at 10.
You'd be hating it.
Yeah, I think you've just played these types of defensive, making sure I'm putting my offensive Pokemon on correctly. I think you do a fantastic job of making sure that you're aware of that, which again is like playing into like you shouldn't.
I don't have any offensive Pokemon.
You've Conk.
None.
You have Conk,
Zero.
Prim, Roserade, Mudsdale, Obstagoon, Gallespod. There you go. There's half of your team that I feel like is offensive.
All offensive threats, yes.
But your speed tier sucks. You have 95 on Obstagoon. That sucks. And I agree. You don't have a great Scarfer.
He's pretty fast, actually.
I don't think you have a great Scarfer. And I don't think you have your only defog is Conk, and I think that might be the one negative where I feel like in the previous ones or like the previous teams you've had where that were defensive, you had ways to get rid of hazards. If somebody sets up hazards on you, I think you're really good at pivoting. But if you have hazards
championship, no pivot Pokemon, only Scizor with defog for hazard removal on my whole team.
Okay,
that's a W.
That's true, but we're talking about your team as a whole, and that's my negative. Your speed tier sucks, and you only have Conk defog for your team. So
Ian can get his bit in after this here, but I've seen this story before, and I'm spent on it. I put myself fucking hella low in Ubers and the other fucking in Gen 9 OU with this exact same thing, and we're saying the same shit. I'm over it now, okay? I think my team rocks ass.
You're ranked in top 4 by all of us, to be clear.
Yeah, I know.
You're third
I'm not
for
saying
me.
You're slandering me. I'm not saying you're slandering me. It's just like I used to value this type of team a lot lower. That's why I think I like Brian's team a lot also, is because I think I wish he had a little more bulk, though, with what he's got. I wish his guys were a little bit more bulky O. But I'm over the bulky O hate. Even though I'm pretty high here on both your guys' thing, I just used to value myself a lot lower with it. And my eyes have been opened.
Yeah, I think Bulkio is really good. I mean, Bulkio in balance has won every single league. We have like that Bulkio balance spectrum, that like bulkier offense, whatever the like bulkier pushing of offense, or just
there was like a Sun team that won that was definitely not bulky offense.
Yeah, there was
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there was one Sun team that won, and then that's it. And then a Little Cup team won, which I don't even know which kind of structure that thing had. It doesn't matter. It was a Little Cup team. We've had a Sun team win, and then like 6 Bulkio to balance Spectrum teams. Those teams win, and I think Zach has piloted 2 teams in a row that have been amazing teams like that. This team's, I think, is a little less amazing than those. Just like
you have a really good priority.
That's unreal.
That's the other thing I like too.
I'm not privy to that actually.
You have Conk. You have Conk, Mach Punch. You have Gallespod. You've got. Okay. I probably shouldn't say Trapinch here.
That's it, right?
Yeah, that's about it. Actually.
Okay. I didn't think so. I didn't think I actually did. I was hoping you could enlighten me.
Gallespod is like decent enough in my opinion. Like a Mach Punch is so good. I don't know.
I can't wait to run a jack button on Gallespod. I'm so enthused. He's gonna come out twice, and both times.
What does this Pokemon even do? Emergency exit.
He's got a jack button as an ability, Ryan.
Oh my god.
Sort of.
This Pokemon's kind of sick, actually. What?
He's like Toedscruel, right? If you ignore his ability, I mean, the stats on this guy are outrageous, right? For the amount of points he has. You'd look at this and you'd say, obviously he's slow as fuck, right? I get that, but other than that, though, I mean, he's like, This is a motherfucker, right? You put an assault vest on this guy. He's hella fat, and he's got a big attack stat. I mean, this guy's dangerous.
Yeah, you got Aqua Jet on this guy. You have first impression. There you
Right.
go. Iron Head knockoff. Leech
God.
Life is probably pretty good. Sucker Punch even too. You don't have a whole bunch of coverage. You have close combat. That's your coverage move. Oh, you have
I love
P-Jab
Blitz
too.
Blood. Drill run.
P-Jab's good too.
I'm drill running people.
Yeah.
Iron
I don't
Head
know.
on.
I think this Pokemon's good. I like your
Rock
team,
Slide.
Zach. I just think it's slow. And again, I'll go back to what I said originally. If anybody else is piloting this, I probably would put it at 10. But since it's you and you've done it well for 3 seasons in a row now,
All right, enough.
I'm just gonna
It's-
suck your
it's-
dick more.
Enough, Ryan. No, but okay. My last quip though is when we were looking through all these other teams. I was like, I wonder when they're gonna say me because my team looks identical to Ryan's team, to fucking Mike's team, to Colin's team. I don't know. I just thought it looked to Keegan's team. I thought everybody looked identical to those, except like my overall quality Pokemon maybe a tit higher.
Yeah,
but
your top Pokemon I think are stronger is the reason
Your
why.
team's also you chose basically only Pokemon with good bulk stats in some regard, other than like
Mhm.
Goon and Roserade. Those Pokemon are like a little.
is Goon weak? I thought he was kind of nice. here.
No, Goon's
Well,
pretty weak.
Goon's okay, right? He might be
Yeah,
okay.
he's pretty decent.
90.
93, 101, 81.
Who's
That ain't that
Yeah,
bad.
it's pretty decent.
who's your fighting check on your team? Mudsdale? Prim?
Uxie? You heard of Uxie?
Yeah,
From Marino?
no, I've never heard of Uxie. That Pokemon
Bliss
did
Pod can
not
also take a fighting
6-0
move.
me in one game. I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
that never happened.
That didn't happen.
Low tier Uxie, yeah, that's a low tier Uxie legacy
Low-
moment actually.
Low tier. Uxie is this girl's fat.
Let's talk about AJ's
But
team.
honestly, this is
Yeah.
better than your sister. Yeah, anyhow. Speaking of guy with fat sisters.
I think this is super similar to the Zach story. We drafted the most AJ team anyone's ever drafted. This guy has only offensive Pokemon. He doesn't give a fuck. He's gonna put his Pokemon out there and he's gonna click moves. And he's either gonna win or fucking lose. Like none of these Pokemon pivot or like facilitate for anybody else. They all just throw out there.
I
and they just
disagree.
Start clicking moves.
I disagree
He's
with
got
that.
Bulk.
Does Aerodactyl have U-turn or no? That's my first
Aerodactyl
question.
Aerodactyl does not have U-turn.
Surely.
Mesprit-
But-
okay.
But you have
Mesprit,
you have Mesprit,
Electros,
Serena, Electros. Those are your 3. And I
Hat
Yeah, and those Pokemon are
Hat
so
can Baton Pass.
bulky and so
Mesprit
long
is. What are we
longevity.
talking about? Mesprit's base 105s across the board.
Yeah, and Mesprit's got no fucking recovery, man. It's a plain psychic type.
Does
like,
it not
Painful,
have-
it
That's
ain't Uxie,
painful.
it ain't bulky.
Yeah,
got painful
it's
for
the
sure.
same shit as Uxie, but like
Yeah,
a little different,
it's
a little worse.
Right. Right. Well, it's more offensive, right? That's the trade-off. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's how those three work. Mesprit's in the middle, right? It's the
Mhm.
jack of all, master of none here. So, but that's why AJ likes it because that's the Pokemon he likes to draft.
Yeah. I thought AJ had his first 3 picks were sick. I think Krook, Volk, Hat are strong. I'm in agreement for Volcanion. Just with his stats and his moves, I feel like maybe should have been
Well,
banned.
Canyon's probably
Like this
banned. This is a 16-pointer, and Ryan's calling for a ban right
This
now.
guy has
post-draft.
base 600 with 130 special attack, and
I mean,
he
no
is
doubt about it. He should be higher than 16 points. Not
Yeah,
gonna disagree. with
okay,
you there.
maybe not banned, but yeah, this Pokemon is nuts. You have Steam Eruption, 110 power, 95% accuracy. Like that's so
Right.
much better than Hydro Pump. And then you just
At the end of
slam
the day,
in.
I really don't. For the Pokemon that are good though, it's like I don't even care about the 2 points less, whatever. Like Haunter's not getting brought anyways, right? He would just have some other garbage Pokemon, so that's like whatever. But yeah,
Haunter's
this guy is
pretty
crazy.
decent, actually. I think Haunter's pretty decent for a 5-pointer in low tier. Surely.
All right, might be. I mean, I'm a Haunter enthusiast myself. Don't get me wrong. Use that guy plenty. But yeah, Volcanion. Ryan, tell me about how crazy he is.
I don't know, like look at the fucking Kelks. He's just strong as shit. Like you slap a choice specs, there's not a whole bunch of offense for the most part in low tier, and this thing's got 80, 120, 90 bulk. Like assault vest is an
Right.
extremely normal, move
Mhm.
or like item on this too. Like I don't know.
AJ is a bit of an assault vest gooner. Also,
Like,
that
the
guy
speed-
loves throwing assault
The
vest on
speed
shit.
being low doesn't
He
matter.
loves clicking moves and running it down, and that's what this team does.
Yeah,
guys.
I'm in
It's
agreement.
AJ
Volk.
style.
Eel, Serena,
Who
Mesprit.
legitimately tell me who's fucking one-shotting Volk? Like, you need like a stab strong
Crocodile,
earthquake
probably.
in Krook, which AJ has. Nido King, who's gone, like as an
I wouldn't be surprised
undrafted.
if Swampert could.
Swampert, I'll look it up. But then you have to go offensive.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no way. Like,
Muds. I'm sure Mudsdale hits him. Obviously,
Volk, zero.
Obviously, we can invest plenty of defense into Volcanion here, but yeah, anybody with the big stab EQs would be my guess.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think this Pokemon's pretty strong. You have like maybe like probably Regieleki, right? The electric types. Kilowattrel was undrafted. I felt like that was probably a Pokemon that could have been drafted in my opinion with a good speed tier and electric. I know you hate the Pokemon, but I do think in low tier,
like on Fraud Watch for me.
In low tier, I feel like that Pokemon's pretty decent. No Electrode was taken either. I feel like the lack of electric types is good for that Pokemon. You got Pawmot, the GOAT, the best Pokemon of the entire draft right there on Ian's team.
We'll get to that in a sec.
In a sec. We already... Oh, that's right. We haven't even talked about it.
Right. I'm barely through AJ's team, quite honestly, here. I want to see, what's his hazard removal look like? Okay, we got Serena. I'm sure his Aerodactyl's got defog. Does Mesprit have
He's got bounce.
Yeah, and he has bounce Hatterene.
Yes,
He's got great.
Yes, he's got the bounce.
Yeah, he's got great removal, in my opinion.
We're doing good there. I like that. Pivoting around. We talked about that a little bit.
He ain't pivoting around, man. He's putting the Pokemon out there. He's clicking moves till it dies, and he's choosing the next one.
And I think that's
and
fine.
He might be able to enter with Volk or Hat.
He's got some good.
Gotta respect that.
He's got good knockoff users, specifically Krook. Got a couple of good ways to paralyze people. Nuzzle, Elite, couple T-Waves in Mesprit and Electros. No Prio. That is one thing.
No priority moves, bro.
Yep. Zero.
He has Sucker Punch
Sucker
on
no?
Haunter.
Yeah, Haunter Sucker. That's it.
Krook doesn't have Sucker Punch. It's just Haunter.
Yep. He has zero Prio. He's got a shit ton of screens as well. Strong Dark type. Did he have a Ghost type? He has no Ghost type, right? Yeah, no.
Everybody seems kind of hella slow. I was gonna say he's got maybe a little bit of a trick room mode, but everybody seems so fucking slow, right?
Yeah, I don't. Like... There's no trick room Pokemon on this team, in my opinion. Isn't his slowest like Serena?
Canyon is in like OU because that guy's not fast, but in this he's just like he's like okay speed. So
yeah, I do think that you could go min speed Volk and like get under most 60 Pokemon, right?
Yeah, it's AJ. We put him at 2 every time. We put Ian at 1 every time. Nothing new here.
True. And then their teams are always in like semifinal, quarterfinal, and lose. Zach wins it all. It's a classic.
Right, come on, it's only a new narrative. But anywho, okay. The big man guy, the Pawmot Stealer, the Swampert Moltres Stealer. Realistically, the Zoroark Picker. I mean, this guy's in my eyes needs to readopt the Team Rocket agenda because this is fucking freaky shit.
Biosharp was probably 3 points too low, in my opinion.
Really? 3 points too low?
Really? It's a 15-point Pokemon?
This Pokemon's
item locked?
This Pokemon's nuts.
He's two different items? Two different items.
3, 4 different items maybe.
Enlighten me.
I mean, you could put black glasses on. You could put both a band and a scarf on.
Wake up on both of those. So far, I'm actually 0 for 3.
How about balloon?
Hardly.
I think what it provides in low tier with the amount of bulk you have, specifically with Evilite, is probably a lot stronger than every single one of the 12s and even 13s on the list. Like, I have 4 13.
Like the 15s and no way, this is a 15 Pokemon.
It's a 14.
Keep going. I'm sorry.
It's a 14 tier Pokemon. So I think that was a really good pick overall. And then I think you did a really good job with the type weakness of being quad weak and having Moltres, Zoroark, Celebi. Those are like the main three that kind of like help with that. I think the Zoroark provides a lot of I can't think of the word, deception of your team, where you really want to be clicking super effective moves into most of it because it's pretty bulky. I think you have a relatively bulky offensive type team, so that kind of makes you second guess yourself, and just overall good, base stats. I didn't really look at the specific moves that you had, to be completely honest. I just looked at your team and I thought it was pretty strong overall compared to the field.
I like that you finally got Empo. I've been talking
Yeah, and
about
I
these
did put
Pokemon
Empoleon
for
on a team finally.
800 drafts, and nobody ever does anything with it. Yeah, Ryan, it's a shot towards you. I know you got a big Empo boner. You think you went
I mean,
crazy
Empo
with
just
him,
got
but...
first team all defense last time he was in a.
Yeah, and I drafted that. Thank you very much, you fucking cunt.
I know. Well,
I thought that my Empo last time was pretty good. All right, my other low tier draft, bad. I will agree with that. But the second time I used Empo, good.
Right when I was saying it, I was remembering Ryan actually did pretty good with Empoleon. So then I had to pre-jack my defense, and then you didn't respect the defense. You just went over the top of it there. It banged me. But yeah, Ian's team's fucking gay. I'll say that. One time for the one time here. Zoroark's dumb. And mic drop.
I like my team. I obviously put it at 1 myself because I thought when I was looking at everyone else's team, I'm not sure if everyone has thoroughly checked their boxes as I did. I think I love my Swampert, Moltres, Celebi core. That like fire, water, grass defense together. I think they'll do great together. They're kind of made to take each other's hits. This is a popular core in like Gen 3 OU for a reason. It's been a long time since they've seen the light of day. But yeah, Bisharp, Hoarark. That's a combo. I think I got bulk. I got a lot of bulk, a lot of recovery too. If you just took like the healing moves on my team on a spreadsheet,
I'm looking.
There's longevity. There's bulk on this team.
Morning Sun, recover.
Florges.
Roost, synthesis, wish.
There's a lot more than I thought there was.
Yeah,
Florges. Wish? The Palmont?
Florges can heal itself.
Okay.
Yeah,
Palmont's the second.
Florges can heal itself. Obviously, Moltres can. Celebi can. You got Empo can.
Moltres all can. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, yeah.
And they're all bulk. It's mainly just supposed to be a bulky offense team with that can feed Bisharp positioning and feed Hisuian Zoroark deceptive positioning. And yeah, I think a lot of these Pokemon can click their own moves though and do their own thing.
I think you got a lot of value in the draft. I think you picked a lot of Pokemon that were pretty strong in these high tiers, and like you have 8, right? You have 8 Pokemon. I'm not counting your one-pointers, but I think you drafted well, or maybe like the Pokemon fell enough to you where you were able to take all of them. But also at the same time, I'm looking at them and I feel like a lot of them were kind of, other than the first 3 of Swampert, Moltres, Bisharp, which you obviously took right away, I feel like they were undervalued. I think Empo probably should have gone a lot earlier, and you getting that late was likely a steal. I think that was one of the Pokemon where I already
toxic and defog.
Yeah, I already had a strong water type, and I was thinking about taking it because of this, just the strength of Empo in general. I don't even know why you have Palmont.
Defiant in the defog league.
This Palmont Pokemon just sucks on your team. I think you should probably like undraft it and give it to me.
Should have heard the things Ryan was saying.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, getting sniped on the turn, I would probably be pretty hurt.
It's sad. I probably should have taken it before it unsparse. I always forget Hisuian Zoroark is also a normal type. So I was just like, ooh, this guy like could probably use a nice rocker. I know he enjoyed Dunsparce on Jack's team. Palmot,
Done.
that's like a mid low tier Pokemon no one's ever enjoyed. And then I think I was just like hanging out with Amber or something like that, and then I got added, and I was like, sick, gonna pick my Palmot, and then I saw you took it, and I kind of crashed out a little bit. It's very sad. That was my by far my favorite low tier Pokemon I drafted in the other team. It's the only Pokemon I was planning on redrafting, so it being gone was not like it is what it is. But I think it's a good Pokemon. So
We got a lot to buy though. No big deal.
yeah, Evire definitely better. Agreed.
Yeah. Hey, he's got a good team. Zoroark's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it always happens. We got
That should be banned.
it's
Banned frickin' Volcanion. Banned Zoroark.
I feel like it's pretty common to put Ian pretty high. I feel like it oftentimes in these tier lists we've had him at like
I've never
1,
not put him
2.
at 1.
Yeah, same thing with AJ, and
That's a
like I
real
said,
fact.
not even a joke to you, Ian. It's just you haven't gotten to the finals and won yet. You got to the finals, you just haven't won with these types of teams. So I think you got
I think this is
the
a pretty new type of team actually for Ian.
I think this is one of the better teams I've drafted in a while, just from my own personal perspective. I think this team's better than
Hey,
it's
there you go.
more thorough.
Do you ever have yourself not at 1?
I've had
You're a
myself
guy
not
who
at 1
values
before.
yourself.
Ubers, I was
Okay.
definite Ubers. There's no way I was putting myself at 1. That team was so frail and had no actual Ubers on it. For instance,
Did you not have Marshadow plus fucking
I had Marshadow and Zekrom,
yeah?
and then no actual Ubers.
2.
And like
Interesting.
Zach had like 4 actual Ubers on his team. Interestingly enough, yeah, you did. You had like your
Doubt.
team was.
I'm
Your team
looking
was-
right now.
I don't know. I just remember Ray, Ho-Oh, Dialga. I remember at least those 3.
Yeah. I'll settle with 3.
Those are 3 cover legendaries. I had 1 cover legendary, and it's not like Marshadow isn't a strong Pokemon. Marshadow is obviously a sicko, absolute sicko. But he had no bulk. Like Marshadow is not a bulky offense Pokemon. It's a feed positioning and click moves Pokemon.
Dude, 30 points to the highest point in this draft. Anyhow, I don't care about Ubers.
Yeah, I
That's
think
cool.
this is a more complete team than I normally have. I put myself at 1 probably like a few times. A few times we've played, but not every time. I think the team where I drafted only physical offense I didn't like, but like this team I feel like it's the most complete. This team has a lot more like mid, like versatile, like bulky offense, flex, balance Pokemon like Swampert and Moltres and Celebi are Pokemon that can play offense or defense. Those are type of Pokemon I don't actually have on my team very often. I haven't. I like them this time. I like the type chart. I do
what's
think
your
Bishop is
biggest
probably
weakness?
underpriced.
Okay.
The problem with my team, I mean, I only have rocks. I don't have any spikes or anything.
Okay.
I
How can the
have
people
like 5
beat you?
knockoffs though. Got a
That
lot of
sounds
priority,
tough.
a lot of strong priority.
Predict his switch-ins correctly.
It's tough beats, guys.
I think
Ian is winning the league.
Ian
He's got no weaknesses.
I think Ian typically switches into the correct option, as in like, hey, this is what I think what is best. I'm gonna do that, and I think you gotta like
Writing down notes.
you gotta be ahead of it. It's just like I'm predicting. I've got my electric type in front of Moltres. I'm sure either Palmot or Swampert is gonna come in right now. So I either need a double or have a coverage move for one of those Pokemon.
Or is it going to be Celebi? Which are the 3?
Ugh.
You know what I mean? Who's
Or
coming
is
in
it
for the
just
electric move?
Zoroark
Or
the whole
s-
time?
or
and
someone
doesn't
clicks
even
Or was
care?
it Zoroark the entire time and you click nasty plot with his sash and your game's over, right?
I fucking hate that.
What if?
Pokemon. God damn it, do I hate Zoroark. It's just like Open Terra, where you don't need to announce it. That's all he is to me, which is also something that's fucking stupid. It's just random. Why am I dealing with unknowns?
Zach, certified
Eh.
Terra hater, that's for sure.
I fucking hate Terra.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I think what's the actual average of the power rankings? Like, what's this truly average out to?
There's a lot
If
of
you do,
teams that can do a lot of things. There you go. I don't even know. We had Mike
Everybody's got
I'm
a
pretty
at one.
shot.
AJ would definitely be the second team. Zach's would be third ranked. Devin would be,
probably
well, Zach
4,
and Devin would be. Yes, Devin would be 4.
Jack 5,
Then
Keegan
Jack
6,
5,
Ryan 7,
Keegan 6.
Austin 8, Colin 9, Mike 10.
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if
I
Devin.
think it's very I actually think this is kind of close to my playoff predictions too. If we could just throw these in at the end, I kind of think.
Ooh, I'll
Me
actually tune
not
into that. Let me
making
see here.
playoffs?
I
Pop.
actually think this is the.
Pop.
You were talking about how you think you'll make the playoffs, Ryan, right? And I was just thinking like this is probably the highest chance I think Ryan has to not make the playoffs based on my opinion of your team.
That's fair. That's fair. I get it. I
Devin's hit or
appreciate
miss
it.
season wide.
Devin is very hit or
He's either
miss.
the
It's
worst
true.
player or a pretty decent player in season by season.
When has he
So,
been a
Devin,
decent player again?
You got to show up. Oh, he got second in Little Cup.
That was a season?
He took you to 3 and he took you to 3 games in fucking Ubers too. No.
That's true. Didn't he also take me to 3 in Little Cup?
Right, he beat you actually.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying.
Most recent thing eventually.
We're talking about Little Cup though. You know what I mean? Like.
Right. Everybody hates. But it's still Pokemon at the end of the day. And
Yeah. The results.
You at it.
The results are still worth mentioning to a degree.
Somewhat. Gotta be.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
They matter.
Yeah. Austin will bring Stantler too much. So he won't make it. Devin's coin flip. Ryan's gonna kick Mike out of the league. And then the two are crashing out for number 6.
Yeah, I think Mike's just due to get absolutely ran by most people. I just think it's kind of an inevitability.
It's the thing that happens. It's the thing that happens with
I just think it's a little inevitable.
New people in our league. So.
I think the mainstays of the playoffs in this league, you know, the Zachs, Ians, Jacks, AJs, Ryans, the people that never miss the playoffs, those 5.
I was 5th in that ranking. I'm kind of sad about it.
Well,
not gonna lie.
It's whatever, bro. It's whatever.
Ryan, you're just forgetful. That's all.
I am.
Or forgettable, you mean?
Yes, that's what I mean.
At?
Yes, well, that's
no. I just think the playoff mainstays. I need to see a reason to dethrone people, and I think Ryan, you have given me a reason to dethrone you because I like Devin's team a lot more than yours. And
I can't wait to
Keegan.
kick
Keegan's
people's ass with my team. That's what I gotta say.
Surely.
I'm excited.
Let's go. Here's what I'd like to see. I'm gonna give you some final closing notes here with this ramble fest we got going on. I'm interested to see levels of passion. Okay.
That's true.
I hear there's been a lot of discourse in the Discord. Okay. A lot of fucking emotions running wild.
Who would
A lot
that
of
be?
people making random beef for no reason.
That's a Devin.
And
it's beef
and
for a good reason, though. It's beef for the passion.
Right. And I want to see how it ends up. Okay. I'd love to see some rivalries form. I'd love to see us all putting motherfucking Soviet Union in the dumps here. And he's got his boys rallying behind him. They're all huddling around a computer and figuring out how to play Pokemon. I don't know.
Guard plus body press. That's what they're saying.
Right.
Legitimately.
What's going on there? Anywho, yeah, he wants to click Iron Defense and then body press. He can do that also. But I'd love to see Mike have plenty of passion. Keegan had to sit out. Ian had to sit out here. Love to see you guys getting back at it, getting fucking horny.
Jack's gonna suck this whole season. That's what I'm excited
I
about.
play him the first week, so
Yeah,
I don't want to say that yet.
He's gonna have no prep.
You think it's a Jack crash out season?
Oh, 1,000,000%. I think Jack's gonna make the excuse. Oh, I just moved. I don't have internet. I work so much. Like this Jack guy is just a fraud. In our
I'm not
league
putting
at this
that
point.
bad juju out there. I want good
John
karma.
Sparks.
I'm not putting the bad juju out. Yeah, I want to see if Devin can maintain a second place agenda or if he's going to suck. It's a coin flip. Austin, are you going to be able to kill a single Pokemon? I'm interested to know. Does my team suck, actually? I'm not sure. AJ, will he ever take us? Will he switch other than a Pokemon dying? I don't know. Will Regidrago ever deal a single point of damage the entire season? I'm not sure.
He'll hit an earthquake for
Yeah,
like
he'll
31% on some
predict
squishy off-type Pokemon. It'll be sick.
he'll predict an earthquake into one of these fairy types.
God bless. You'd fucking hope so. Ryan's gonna run Air Balloon, Magnetize Klefki, and laugh all the day long. You probably don't need the Magnetize. You're in the balloon. Can he click anything on you? Probably.
Yeah, he'd like
Yeah,
crunch.
that's all I got.
And not very effective crunch to knock
Yeah.
him off the
Right.
balloon. I don't know.
Right.
Wait, he had like I don't even think he had a fire move. I don't know.
Just run the Magnetize.
But yeah,
then.
I'm with you. It's low tier. I'm excited to see it. I feel like this is going to be kind of the spark that brings us back to champions beforehand. I think all of us are super hyped for playing an Uber type league.
Yeah, the next format's like the format.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
So
this one is a.
This
it's
is
a
kind of
good
like the ramp up,
appetizer.
the ramp up to get us there. But I'm excited. I think there wasn't a lot of passion in Lil Cup. Whether or not it was a real season, it definitely was, but there wasn't as much effort compared to the previous ones, and that is
True.
the truth. So
That is the truth.
I'm hoping to see it turn around where I feel like these are normal Pokemon. You get to see them a little bit more often. They are low tier. You don't get to see those OU, potentially even Ubers for some of them. But I think there's going to be a lot more passion in this league compared to last one, and bringing it up to champions is exciting for me because I think that'll be a lot of fun. Any other closing thoughts?
Nice. Nope, had mine a while
No, I
ago.
think Zach did a good job of summarizing the narratives. I agree with him.
All right, sick. Thanks you two for joining us, and good luck for the season. And I'll talk to you guys later.